Hey guys, what is going on? We got a brand new product we're going to be trying out today. It's called Fuso Coat. It's Soft99. This was a special request from one of my longtime subscribers named Ken Lawton. He's over in Australia. He said, you've got to try this out. I've tried it on my Beamer. I've heard a lot of people ask me about it, but I've never tried it. From what I understand, it's like a Japanese brand wax, and a lot of people saying, rant and raving about how good it is. So first off, let me go ahead and say thank you very much, Ken. I really do appreciate you donating this to me, sending it to me, so I can test it out here. You actually requested it. So we're going to be testing it out here on my blue 2001 Prelude. If you guys got to follow along lately, I went ahead and washed it with the Meguiar's Wash Plus. Then I actually used 303's polish, and now we're going to be using this. Everything is ready. It's prepped up. We are ready to go. He told me, he's like, just do not get this on any of the black portions, the trim or anything. It will stain. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and roll it back in the garage where it's nice and cool and calm. I just pulled the car out of the garage, so it's already cool. We're going to go ahead and set up the tripod in there. We'll read the directions, apply it a little bit at a time, and go from there. But the only warning he gave me is that a little bit goes a long way, and he said, make sure you tape off any of your black trim because this will permanently stain it. So it's one of those waxes that will give you a little bit of an issue there. So here we go. I've heard a lot of good comments about Fuso. A lot of people asking me about it. But Ken Lawton, you're the man for sending it to me. So let's go ahead, let's prep it up, and let's get it going. Alright, for all you wax heads, I want to do a little bit of a water test before we go ahead and actually apply the wax. There'll probably be some kind of surface tension on it, whatnot, but it's probably not going to be amazing. One thing I have learned, though, from most waxes, when they're fresh applied, they're going to bead and sheet like crazy, so please go in with that with a grain of salt with the way I actually test this out. So we're just actually having some fun by doing a little bit of water test before and after. So here we go. So you can see, I don't know if you can see really quick, I mean, I already polished it. I used the Meguiar's Wash Plus, so basically any wax that was on there was probably already stripped off of the car. So we're going to see huge improvements by the time we get done. And I mean, you can tell there might be something left, but it's nowhere near the level where it really should be, because it was waxed probably back around in January, February this year, and here it is September when I make this. So giving you guys a heads up where I'm at. So let's go ahead, roll it in. I'm going to dry it off real quick, and then we'll start applying. Okay, as I said, I'm going to use my Chemical Guys UFO pads right here. These are much softer than this. Is kind of a little bit of rough material, he said. So he likes to use the UFO pads, and honestly, it is a lot softer. I can already tell. Oh yeah, this is definitely a high chemical scent to it. There's no sweet smell to it or anything. Heavy chemical scent to it. I'm using a pad size that I didn't use yet, so let's go ahead and work it in there real quick. So it'll be the first time. Whoa. The dust is crazy already. So here we go. He said just use a nice soft thing, go from there. Dusty. Alright, welcome back. I did the whole hood. I've done actually most of the car. It's basically starting to haze up now. You can see where I went a little heavy on some areas. But when you're seeing this, I'm trying to get it at angles. My eyes sees it, but the camera is not showing it for some reason. Maybe you can see it down here a little bit. This stuff is so thin and so clear when you apply it, it's going to be a little bit hard to see in the camera. But I wanted to take a minute out and at least kind of show you what it is. I mean, you can see a little bit of the streakiness or something like that from the actual wax, or where it maybe gooped up a little bit for me, but I really went over every area just to really make it nice and thin like Ken suggested. And I just want you to let you know what you're going to be dealing with, because this is a very clear paste when it goes on. So if you have a white car, this might be a bit of a fun trip for you, and you're going to have to get it major angles. And I know the way you feel, because of course I own the old white 91 Prelude out there. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and start wiping it off now, but I wanted to really show you what you can expect when the wax is actually on the car. Alright, now that we're prepared to go ahead and actually take the wax off of the hood, I've let it fully dry all the way up. I'll do a little bit of a swipe test. The swipe test is basically what you do, the pros will teach you this, is if you swipe with your finger and you can see all the way clear down to the paint, that means the wax is ready. If it smears, it's not ready. I know it's ready. You obviously saw it before where it's starting to get a little bit crusty looking, or whatever you want to call it, hazed up. And I'm going to go ahead and got a brand new plush microfiber towel here, and I'm just going to go ahead and start working it off. Like I said, Ken recommended highly that I actually only use a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way when it comes to Fuso. And I made sure I could see it when it was spreading on there, but I wanted to make sure that I was on there. So of course I went back and forth over the same section like 2 or 3 times just to make sure it was a nice even spread film. And actually, because he is right here, that it is coming off very easy because it was on light. Just gonna flip it over, give it a little bit of a buff off, and then move on to the next section. But I highly recommend, because this is, you can see in the crusty areas where you might have to go over every section twice, if not, if you didn't, whatchamacallit, if you put it on a little bit too heavy. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish off the rest of the car real quick, roll it out, hopefully get a nice little bit of sun showing here, and I'll walk you around the car, we'll do a little bit of a water test, and that'll be about it. So there we go, hope you guys enjoy the video so far. Real quick while the sun's out, let's go ahead and show you some final results here on the 2001 Honda Prelude with the Fuso soft coat on here. I gotta tell you, this thing is shining, and of course there's a plane about to come over. It's starting to get really cloudy here today, as you can see. I'm just trying to keep in the sun, but wow, this thing shines. So let's go ahead and walk around more of the car real quick and show it off to you. The car is shining, it's stunning. I just rolled it out of the garage. It really looks good. You guys didn't get to see where I was on. I did an Instagram live stream while I was actually buffing it all off. Look at the reflection. I hope this shows actually in the camera. It's amazing reflection where I show I was actually buffing it off, and you could quite literally see me like I was looking in a mirror, because it's been properly polished, compound, clay barred, and now it's been waxed, has a good coat of wax on it that apparently lasts up to 12 months. It is a heavy chemical smell to it. It's a little bit powdery, but that shouldn't affect your judgment whatsoever on it. Just make sure you keep it away from any of the plastic areas. Anything that's already been stained, it was stained way years ago, so don't worry about it. It's not from actual Fuso soft coat, so just go in understanding that. But man, the car is looking great. It's been a while, like I said, since the Prelude's had a nice, good bath, you know what I mean, and good polish and wax and stuff like that, but good God, this looks amazing. And there we go. So we gotta give a big shout out and big thumbs up there to Ken Lawton for sending this to me all the way from Australia. Big thank you very much for doing it. It really does mean a lot to me, and I'm glad to actually get to interact a lot more with my subscribers. It always does mean a lot. That's why I opened the mailbox, P.O. box anyway. So there you go. There's a final review. I'm going to do a quick water test, and then I'll see you all at the very next review. Big shout out. Thank you again, Ken Lawton. Appreciate it. All right, for all you water beating, sheeting fanatics, here we go. Final results. Let's go ahead and spray it down, see what we got. I'll try and do a little bit of spray first, and then come back with a little bit of sheeting if I could possibly make it sheet with just the actual sprayer nozzle on. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Ooh, I love it. I love a good wax job. Look at the beading there. Now granted, I know when all cars have just been freshly waxed, they usually bead and sheet very good. I do understand that, so please don't think that I'm like some moron that doesn't know the difference. But I mean, look at it. You know, in a weird way, it kind of reminds me of sperm going down the front of the car. I know that's just really goofy and really strange, but that's essentially what they look like, you know what I mean? So there you go. Let's try and flood it out a little bit for you. Boy, excellent. Look at that. Just pure excellent on it. Wow. And there you go. Great results. I hope you guys really liked the video. I enjoyed making it for you. I know these videos, when I make them for waxes, are a little bit longer than normal, but who can you blame it? Look at that. Just stellar. Thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. You know what to do. Hit that share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you all at the very next review. Take care.